What important truth do very few people agree with you on? If you're like most people, that question makes you uncomfortable. But for billionaire investor and PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel, your answer to that question is the key to your future. Most people think the next big thing will look like the current big thing, just a little better. They think the future is about doing more of what we already know. They are wrong. In his masterpiece, 0 to 1, Thiel argues that if you want to build a truly great company, you can't copy Google or Facebook. The next Mark Zuckerberg won't build a social network. The next Larry Page won't build a search engine. If you are copying them, you aren't learning from them. Today, we're breaking down the blueprint for building the future. This is the deep dive summary of 0 to 1. Let's start Chapter 1. The challenge of the future, main idea, horizontal versus vertical progress. Thiel starts by defining progress in two ways. Horizontal progress, 1 to N. This is globalization. It's taking something that works in one place and making it work everywhere. Think of taking a typewriter and building 100 more. Vertical progress, 0 to 1. This is technology. It's doing something nobody has ever done before. This is taking a typewriter and building a word processor. Takeaway: don't just compete in an existing market. If you are doing what everyone else is doing, you are adding to the N. To create massive value, you must go from 0 to bien 1. Chapter 2. Party like it's my 9. The lessons of the dot-com crash. Thiel takes us back to the late 90s tech bubble. When it burst, entrepreneurs became scared. They learned 4 big lessons that Thiel says are actually wrong. Old lesson: make incremental advances. Thiel says, it is better to risk boldness than triviality. Old lesson: stay lean and flexible. Thiel says, a bad plan is better than no plan. Old lesson: improve on the competition. Thiel says, competitive markets destroy profits. Old D lesson: focus on product, not sales. Thiel says, sales is just as important as the product. Chapter 3. All happy companies are different. The monopoly lie. This is the most controversial part of the book. In the US, we are taught that competition is good. Thiel says, competition is for losers. The story of Google. Google has a monopoly on search, but they don't want the government to know that. So they describe themselves as a tech company or an advertising platform to look like they have lots of competitors. On the flip side, a struggling restaurant will claim they are the only authentic British-Mexican fusion place in town to pretend they have a monopoly. Lesson: if you want to create and capture value, build a monopoly. A monopoly allows you to set your own prices and think long-term because you aren't fighting for your life every single day. Chapter 4. The ideology of competition. The war mindset. Why are we obsessed with competition? Thiel argues our education system forces us into it. We all study the same subjects to get the same grades to get the same jobs. Lesson: competition makes us focus on the people around us rather than what is important. It's like two people fighting over a toy while the house is on fire. If you must fight, hit hard and end it quickly. But it's better to build something so unique that you don't have to fight at all. Chapter 5. Last mover advantage. The characteristics of a monopoly. How do you actually build a monopoly? You need 4 things. Proprietary technology. Your product must be 10x better than the nearest substitute, e.g., Google's search algorithm. Network effects. The product gets more valuable as more people use it, e.g., Facebook. Economies of scale. It should cost you very little to add your millionth customer. Branding, a strong identity, e.g., Apple. Strategy. Start small. Don't try to dominate the global payments market on day 1. PayPal started by dominating power sellers on eBay. Once you own a small niche, scale up. Chapter 6. You are not a lottery ticket. Success is not luck. Is success luck? Thiel says no. If you believe success is luck, you won't prepare for it. He compares 4 worldviews. You believe the future will be better and you know how to build it. The US in the 1950s, building highways and the moon landing. You think the future will be better, but you don't know how. Modern Silicon Valley. I'll just build an app and see what happens. The insight. We have moved toward indefinite optimism, where we just hope things get better. Thiel argues we need to return to definite optimism. Pick a goal, make a plan, and execute. Chapter 7. Follow the money, the power law. In the world of investing, the power law, the 80-20 rule on steroids, is everything. A venture capital firm's best investment usually equals or outperforms the entire rest of their portfolio combined. Takeaway. Don't diversify your life until you are average. Focus intensely on the one thing you are best at that provides the most value. You only have one life. You can't be an entrepreneur, a pro athlete, and a doctor all at once. Chapter 8. Secrets. Finding the hidden opportunities. Thiel believes there are two types of secrets. Secrets of nature, science, and secrets of people, things people don't know about themselves or hide. Lesson. Every great business is built on a secret that is hidden from the outside world. If you think there are no secrets left to find, you'll never look for them. To find a secret, ask, what is a company that no one is building? Chapter 9. Foundations. Thiel's law. A startup messed up at its foundation cannot be fixed. Thiel emphasizes that you must choose your co-founders like you choose a spouse. You need complementary skills and shared history. The board of directors, keep it SME. 3 people is ideal. 5 is the limit. The more people in the room, the less gets done. Chapter 10. The mechanics of mafia, company culture. Thiel helped start the PayPal Mafia, a group of early employees who went on to found Tesla, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Palantir. How? They didn't just hire talented people. They hired people who actually liked each other. Every person in your company should be uniquely responsible for one thing. If everyone knows exactly what they own, there is no internal competition, only external progress. Chapter 11. If you build it, will they come? The importance of sales. Engineers often think that if a product is good, it will sell itself. This is a lie. Selling is hidden. Even if there is no salesman in a suit, someone is selling. Whether it's complex sales, selling to the government, or viral marketing, sending a link to a friend, you must have a distribution plan. Chapter 12. Man and machine. Complementarity, not replacement. People fear that AI and computers will replace humans. Thiel argues that computers are tools, not rivals. Computers are good at processing data. Humans are good at making judgments. The most valuable companies of the future will use technology to empower humans, not replace them. Chapter 13. Seeing Green. The 7 questions. Every business must answer. Thiel looks at why most clean tech companies failed in the 2000s. They failed because they couldn't answer these 7 questions. The engineering question. Can you create a 10x breakthrough? The timing question. Is now the right time? The monopoly question. Are you starting with a big share of a small market? The people question. Do you have the right team? The distribution question. Do you have a way to deliver your product? The durability question. Will you be around in 10 to 20 years? The secret question. Have you identified a unique opportunity others don't see? Chapter 14. The Founder's Paradox. The weirdness of founders. Founders are often extreme people. They are both insiders and outsiders. They are often both crazy and genius. Thiel argues that we need these extreme individuals to lead companies from 0 to 1, but they must be careful not to become victims of their own cult of personality. Staring at the sun, we have 2 choices. We can wait for the world to slowly degrade through competition and globalization, or we can build the future ourselves. The task is to find singular ways to create new things that will make the future not just different, but better. To go from 0 to 1, the first step is to think for yourself. because only when we see the world anew, as fresh and strange as it was to the ancients, can we recreate it and preserve it for the future.